What is up, guys? JaretCampisi with the beautiful Christina K. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be filming another episode of the Carbon S1000RR series. Going to be heading down to Ducati, but before we do that, we have to go pick up a birthday present for Alex. He's going to be turning 18 next week on Wednesday, April 22nd. Go wish him happy birthday on his Instagram. I'll put it in the description below or right on the screen right here. But without further ado, let's get a cold start of this bad boy. Okay. Oh, yes. It's alive! So the first thing we're doing today is heading over to Best Buy to get a present for Alex. He has a PlayStation, one of the original PlayStation 4s. It's like 6 years old. Yeah, it's like 6 or 8 years old. Whenever it came out, was the first one that came out. And he's been staying with us during the quarantine. And every time it turns it on, it sounds like an airplane getting ready to take off. Like it's ridiculous. So loud. And it also broke the other day, and we had to completely reset the whole system, erase all of his stuff. And some games are working, some games aren't working. Yeah, so we're gonna get him another PlayStation. Yeah, we're gonna get him a new PlayStation. He's gonna be stoked. He has no idea, and that's what we're gonna do. Unless he watches this video, then he'll know. I don't think he watches my videos. He's always like, "I'm in the videos, Jaret. Why would I watch the videos?" I'm like, "Just support your boy, Alex." Another thing, guys, people have been asking me about the car, how we like it, all that kind of stuff. I've been too busy with the bike builds to really film any content with the car, so Christina's been filming all that content. If you're interested in, you know, everything we've been doing with the car, all the upgrades, we're about to actually take it to SB Tint Design to get it wrapped. Yeah, we're gonna get a custom wrap job, which is gonna be incredible. So be sure to check out Christina's channel if you're interested in seeing any of the car content. I will do some in the future when I have time, but right now we're busy with the builds. Yeah. Overall, we love it. Yeah, it's a great car. We've had no issues. There's very nitpicky small things that we don't like about it, but for the most part, we absolutely love the car. So it turns out they're out of stock of PlayStations because I guess everybody's sitting at home playing video games. So we'll just have to order it online and hope that it gets here in time. Next, we're gonna grab a Blenders because I'm freaking starving, and then we'll head down to the Ducati shop and get started. All right. Guys, my pops just called me, so I figured I'd include him in the vlog. Since everybody misses my pops, hey, what's the weather like there, Dad?
Freezing cold. I just got off the motorcycle. My nipples are still hard. My hands are cold. I wore long underwear and my jeans. It snowed today.
Unbelievable.
It's the middle of April, and it is horrible.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
But hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like your bike?
It's the greatest thing ever. It is my therapy. I love the bike. I've gotten an opportunity over the last year to learn the different modes of the bike, really understand and appreciate the bike. That's a work of art. I love it. I love it.
Hey, have you lost a race on that bike yet?
No.
That's the important part. Hey, how many miles do you have on it?
Not quite 13,000.
So
not 13 yet.
When we gave it, when I gave it to you, I think it had 1,200. So in a year, you've put,
I think 16 or 1,700.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you've put over 10,000 miles on it. That's amazing. It's a rider's.
I can't even ride all the time here.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
The weather sucks.
Yeah.
But Easter Sunday happened to be a beautiful day. Went out with 8 of my friends. We had a great time, and when everybody wanted to come up alongside me and play their game
on their Harleys,
I literally tell them, "You turn your throttle when you want, and then I'll go." you can go. And so I love it. I love it. It's a great bike.
Yeah.
To understand the little modes and really appreciate it took me a while to learn the bike. It is an incredible bike. That is the greatest gift ever. So
hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Well, everyone can say hi, and everyone misses you just as much as I do. So once this quarantine.
The best part?
What?
The best part is when I had to go get it inspected, and I had to go get the oil changed, and just the basic routine maintenance. I haven't had to pay a penny, and that is phenomenal.
I take care of my pops. Yeah, I love you too.
I love you too.
All right, we gotta go film.
You guys go, have a great time. Love you, Jaret. Talk to you guys later.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, we have arrived at Santa Barbara Ducati. Teens is gonna do the honors for us. I'll show you everything that we're, and then Teens is going rollerblading at the beach, 6 feet away. I don't know, let's just do this. Okay. What we're going to be doing today is clip-ons, and since we're doing the clip-ons, I figured we might as well do the Brembo Master Corsa Corta RCS 17.
So beautiful.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then these are the belle of the ball for today, the Gillies. clip-ons set. Basically, it's going to replace the stock clip-ons, and it's the same company that we used for the rear sets, and the quality was so legit. Manny sent us these as well, so that's going to go underneath. Look at that, guys. Absolutely stunning. All of the machining, yeah, the aluminum machining.
They are sharp, and then
yeah.
bolts and frames.
Also, we'll be doing the Rizoma brake reservoir for the front brake system, so we're gonna go blue.
I love that color.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
It's really nice.
And then we even have a new lever for the other side to match. That's gonna be replacing the stock one, and then this is actually gonna go underneath that, so something like that. There should be bars here. That's the important part. But again, if you guys are interested in getting any of these parts, Manny from Moto Million, you can use code Campisi to save yourself some money and support Okie. That's a big black rod you got there, honey.
That's quite a long one. Little
That's
thin,
the clip-on,
but long.
This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to drill stuff. This is gonna be a lot of work. So
What's this?
you guys are in it for the long haul. It's a tool, I believe, to help do something or other. I don't know.
We'll ask Rory.
Yeah, Rory will know.
Oh, there you go.
He's gonna handle all this stuff.
Twisty turny.
Yeah, we'll leave it to him. But okay, you can go rollerblade, babe, and then I'll text you whenever we're done.
Go get my second workout of the day.
Yeah. Oh, bragging, huh? Just make sure that you wear a mask and stay 6 feet from your friends.
That will not be.
And from anyone else. Oh, she's kidding, guys. It's totally happening. Okay, so first order of business, covering everything up because we're gonna be draining the brake fluid. So we're gonna make sure that that doesn't get on anything because that is highly corrosive. So I think he's gonna suck it from down low, and then we'll probably start disassembling all of this. This is gonna be, I think it's gonna be some tedious work. We have to drill new holes in the clip-ons, and new clip-ons for the stock positions. You know, we're gonna be replacing the levers. This entire brake system setup right here is gonna get replaced, which I'm really excited about. We're gonna use the clear tubing for the new reservoirs. It's gonna be really, really nice once we're done with it. But I've never seen a BMW clip-ons be replaced, so this is gonna be all a learning process for me. Okay, so we got all the brake fluid drained. Next step is starting to remove parts of the stock clip-ons because we're gonna have to transfer all this stuff over. Also, MotoMillion.com, official sponsor. Okay, so this still has a cable clutch, so Rory likes to disconnect them from down here.
It's just easier.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to fuck around up top. If you take granny pliers and just grip it and just turn it like that, then it's just really easy to disconnect it. Right, you don't have to worry about locating and that sort of shit, and it frees you up high.
Now you have all the play up here.
Everything's up here to get this out properly.
Nice, so that's what we're doing right now. All right, so taking these things off can get a bit weird, and instead of bending over like idiots, Rory said we're just gonna remove the clip-on so we can flip it upside down like a normal human being.
A decent human being.
Like a decent human being. And then we can figure out how to take this apart. There's always weird clips and stuff in here, so yeah. We're gonna do some experimenting. All right, so we got the stock clip-ons unattached, and this is a spacer that you use for the kit. Look at that. I'm sorry, yeah, not a spacer. It's a replacement part for that because the clip-ons aren't attached to this one like they are on that. See that? See the difference?
The clip-on's part of the triple.
Yeah. So this is basically to replace that part because the new ones attach with this instead, which is super cool. So if you're sitting at home wondering what is the point of switching these from the stock system, there's a couple of reasons. The first of which, these are replaceable, Roy said, so if you crash and you bend up your bar or whatever, you can just replace this piece here. Secondly is there's a lot more adjustability in here. Where you put them, you can drill your own holes, put them wherever you want to put them. If you want your stuff out wider, higher, lower, whatever, you can do it. I'm gonna put these back to the stock position because I actually like that position, but then the new owner can do whatever they want with them, so that's the benefit from using these. Okay, so the stock clip-ons are off. We actually had to give Manny a call, and it turns out we didn't even have to take that whole thing apart. There's actually a freaking Torx bolt underneath the grip. You have to like peel it back. I'll show you on the other side when we do it, and that allows it to all slide off. So that was sick. Thank you, Manny, and we'll go on to the next side. Okay, so we're removing the Banjo bolt. Well, we just removed it from the stock, whatever, nice Nissan Master, whatever these things are called, however you pronounce them. Be very careful. It's very easy to strip this bolt, the Banjo bolt. We have a replacement bolt anyway, but a good trick that Rory did is you can actually use some pliers to loosen this first and then pull the bolt out, because those bolts are very easy to strip, and if you get stuck in there, you could be effed. Look at this, guys. So Rory tied off the ABS line and put some, what's it called, around it. And he was saying he's hit these before and they flick, and it flicks brake fluid all over the place. Sometimes you don't even notice it too. So it's, I was making fun of him, but then he told me why he did it, and I was like, oh, pretty nice. So there's little touches like that go a very long way. All right, so we got the stock clip-on off. We just put the piece in there to replace the stock piece, and then we got to figure out how to get all this crap off, because I think it might be different than the other side was. All right, so in order to do the throttle side, it's a little bit different. You actually got to take the housing apart, and then there's some bolts inside that you have to take apart. Luckily, Rory's got some small, what are those, Torx?
It's a T something.
It's very small, whatever it is.
Decay windshield.
Yeah. Look at that thing. Look at the size of the thing.
The phone is actually given me by Master D. He was a master technician in BMW Tech from Charlotte years and years ago.
That's awesome. You said you've done this with an HP4, right?
Yes.
There you go.
Even HP4's got heat grip. This is a through bolt. It goes all the way through.
Wow. That's crazy. So that's what we got to get to. Yep. Cool. Okay. Now we should be able to take that bolt out, long bolt, and then it should come right off. Boom. All right. Next step is, in order to put the new clip-ons on, they actually have to attach underneath of this, and that means we have to take the whole triple tree off. So what we're going to do is impact drill. He's got some plastic there so that we don't mar it.
Fucking drill.
Sorry, what is it, a wrench?
Yeah,
impact wrench, not a drill, whatever. Same difference. There you go. There you go. It's a bit of all right, and that's just so you don't screw up the bolt, since you see that thing.
The nut.
The nut. God, I'm just...
Fuck, we'll get that.
Perfect. Okay, triple tree coming up. One triple tree, sir. God, this is a lot of work. This is a lot of disassembly. My gosh. Okay, now we can put the actual clip-ons onto the bike. All right, so while Roy's putting that back on, I want to mention you do have to get around this electronic suspension. So you have to take the bolt out, and it slides just through a little crack there. So don't be alarmed. That's what you got to do. Once we put this back on, then we can shimmy these up as far as we can and get it into the stock position. Okay, so big tip here, guys. When you're putting the triple tree back on, the bike will, when it has weight on it, it will move, so you can't actually get this to fit on there. So obviously Rory has done a lot of these. If you jack it up, take the pressure off, take it off the rear stand, then it'll allow you to get it into that sweet spot just like he did with the rear suspension, and then the thing will slide right back on. You don't want to be forcing it on or anything like that, because you'll scratch up your nice, you know, forks and everything else. So
it's actually a really good lesson as to what a triple tree does.
Yeah.
It shows you how integral it actually is.
Yeah, so you don't want to dick up your triple trees or anything else up here, and you'll just want to make sure you do it right. Okay, torquing down the triples at 20 Newton meters, and there she is. Perfect. Now we can start to put the new clip-ons on here, the new bars, and figure out where we want to drill the holes for the stock position, where we want to put them. It's all going to change once we get the fairings on here, so we'll be attaching them to where we think is right, and then it's just one bolt, which is nice for adjustment from there. But I'm going to try to get them as close to stock as I can, and then I'll let the new owners play with it wherever they want. Okay, so what we're doing is test fitting it right now. We just slid it on the controls, and we're going to move it around a little bit and try to put it roughly on what we think feels like a stock position. And then we'll pull it back off, we'll drill the holes, and then again, all this play can be adjusted for wherever people want to put it. Okay, so what we're doing is we're looking at where the stock positioning was, which is right about there, and look at that. So you can put a bone stock if you want to, which is, I think, is where we're going to start with them. So that's perfect right there. And now what we'll do is we'll mark where the holes were, and we'll drill them. All right, so he just went through where the bolt goes in the grip there, and he tapped it, and that'll give us the mark for where we're going to drill it.
Just leave a bit of room, just in case for Justin.
Yeah, always leaving a bit of room, which is very smart to do.
Room for Justin.
And that feels really good. We put these where we felt like they were good in this area, but the good thing about these is they're fully adjustable. We can always loosen the bolt in there and move it any which way we want, so that's really good. The most important part is where we put it within this area.
We can't change that.
Yeah, that we can't change. So this is something that's really cool. Rory really likes it. Manny sent this tool along. It's from Desmo World, which is a really nice company. They make some really cool parts. Come on, focus for...
Sorry.
Holy hell, come on. There it is. So this is a tool from Desmo World, really cool tool. It did not come with it. Manny sent this along, and it allows you to drill straight through. You tighten everything down, and then it gives you basically the a straight shot through. Basically, is what it does. Makes your life easier, so you're not freehanding this because you don't want it to be.
It's got to be square. This has to be square.
Yeah. So there you go. That's freaking awesome. And they also sent along, or Manny sent along drill bits. Again, this is, I think this is part of the Desmo kit, and that's really cool, guys. It's little things like this. Yeah, and it's, you know, Motor Millions, is, you know, it's a more boutique-y kind of a company, and but when you get this kind of service, it's really freaking cool.
Appreciate it, Manny. Thank you.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. So now we're gonna put it in the vise, drill that puppy. So check this out. This is another little touch here from Rory. He's gripping it on this side, even though it's, you know, it's aluminum. It's probably not going to do anything to it, but he said this is the part that's going to be hidden with the controls, so you're not going to see any of this. But little touches like that, it just goes a long way, man. That's what all this is about, and that's why I love working with Rory. It's super cool that he does stuff like that and thinks about stuff like that. A lot of people don't. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Drill that hole, baby. And we know we're going perfectly. Whatever it's called.
Perpendicular.
Square. That's what I was looking for. Love it. And then the smart thing is you drill through one side and then flip it, drill through the other side. That's how you know you're 100% square. Okay, the hole is drilled. We tested the bolt. It goes through. So what he's actually going to do is attach it before he puts it on, because it's kind of like underneath. It's an annoying place to get to. So we can put the bolt in there. Yeah, there it is. And then we can attach the clip-on. And there she goes. She went into her home, never to be seen or heard of again.
Aye. That's beautiful. No shit, Manny, thank you.
Yeah.
Whoever thought of that, good on you, and whoever fucking sent it.
Brilliant.
Good on you.
Yeah, brilliant, Manny.
That matters.
Brilliant. And then this is the other tool they send, Gillies sends along with their clip-ons. It's to get that bolt all the way through. See how long that freaking thing is? Rory had stuff that worked, but for a lot of people, if you're doing it at home and stuff, then it definitely wouldn't work. Also, you can't do this before because it won't allow this bolt to go through. So a little Easter egg for those of you who are doing this at home. Put them on first, then attach them. So one of the recalls on this bike was an issue with this moving. Actually, Rory had to do some jerry rigging for me, and we had some spacers here that made it not move, and one of the issues was the hole was too big on the stock clip-ons. So now look at this, guys. Nothing, no movement, not going anywhere. Absolutely perfect.
Jerry rig, we don't mean any offense to the Germans.
And then once again, doing the exact same thing on the right hand side, lining it up to stock position, and that is bang on. So now we're gonna tighten it down. Actually, now we can take it back off and mark it for the
Throttle.
The throttle housing. Perfect. All right, repeating the process on the right hand side. That tool right there from Desmo World, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, sliding the controls back on, putting the bolt in first this time because we learned. We're learning. And then we can attach this, and that's probably where we're gonna stop for the day, because we've been out of here for a while. This is tedious work and stuff that you wanna make sure you get right, so we're not gonna rush it. But really happy about, honestly, like this, the feeling of this, nothing moving, that was moving, oh, it's so much better than it was stock. It makes me very, very happy, so. All right, there's the bolt going into its home. That makes us very happy. The center for kids who don't learn good. Rory's calling me Zoolander over here. I do love that. I do kind of look like Ben Stiller, Blue Steel from that movie. It's hilarious. I also have gasoline fights.
And
La Tigra. I have gasoline fights too with my friends. We just spray gasoline on each other, so it's a little ironic. And walk-offs too. We do walk-offs. Okay, so reattaching the kill switch housing, there's some really important things you gotta make sure that you do. These wires right here, I think they go to the heated grips. They really wanna be in between where you put this screw in, and if you pinch those, it's not gonna be good. So just make sure you pull these wires out before you put that screw in right there. You can see it right there. And then when you realize the other screw, you gotta put the housing on first, and then put the screw through the housing, which is what he's doing right now. And then this should be finally buttoned up and then ready for all of the other stuff, which we'll do in the next episode. All right, typical teens rolling up when everything's finished. Look at her. How was your rollerblading?
It was good. I
was
laid
good?
out too, got a tan. There was a cat on the beach.
A cat?
Yes,
Should have brought ours.
it's on my Instagram.
Should have brought ours.
I
Hey,
know.
shout out to the guy on the, what was he in? What bike?
Kawasaki.
On the Kawasaki. He shouted JaretCampisi at the car,
Not
but
my
it was
name, Jaret
it was
Campisi.
Christine. So there you go, teens. See what we did? Got the clip-ons on. Look at that. Fully adjustable gillies.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. And then look at this. Remember how it was shaky?
wobbly?
It was wobbly before. Look at that. Obviously that side's throttle. Feel that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Uh huh. That was one of the recalls. Yeah, that was one of the recalls that they did.
Good job, Lori.
For the bike. So perfect. It's in the stock positions, and now we'll be ready to add the freaking what?
Levers?
The Brembo whole master cylinder replacement, the blue reservoir,
nice.
and then the new levers and everything like that too. We'll do that all in the next episode. So freaking badass, right? Do you want to tell? Do you want to do the sign out?
Nope, go ahead.
So again, if you guys enjoyed the episode, give the video a thumbs up. If you want to be entered to win this bike that's currently underneath a cover, support us on Patreon. It's just patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It will be beautiful when it's done. And I think they're gonna do a grand reopening at the shop, and we're gonna invite everyone to come down and hang out and see this bike, plus the next bike that we're doing, that I'm in talks with getting right now. If you want to get any of the parts, Manny from Moto A Million, there's always links in the description below. Use code Campisi, save yourself some money. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.